Then I let me in the door. Then I gave your boy a chance, now the youngin' finna blow. It's a shame finna put the game in the figure four. Youngin' fresh from out that bottom.
Yo, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, man. You ain't gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if you just sub button if you're new. Now, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about Attack on Titan, but in particular, I'm gonna be explaining all the times that Eren and Ymir has influenced or changed the story of Attack on Titan. Now, before I get into this video, I just want to say that I do really appreciate every last one of you guys that have wished me a happy birthday. I do really appreciate it. Now, if y'all are wondering, I did turn 21 on July 22nd. Yes, I know I'm a young motherfucker, and me turning 21 is part of the reason why I was not uploading, and the other reason is because I just had to take a break. Like, you gotta cut me some slack. Isayama killed the fuck out of me. Like, he killed me. But I'm not gonna lie, it feels good to be recording again, and not only recording but also theorizing about Attack on Titan. Now, I felt like this video would not only be fun to do but also crazy to think about, because technically speaking, Eren has the power to influence or change the whole entire story of Attack on Titan if he wanted to, by not only being the Attack Titan but just being the founding Titan and being inside the Titan paths. Now, in one of my last videos, I have partially explained what the Titan paths was like, and I said that when Eren gets there, or anybody who gets to the Titan paths, think of them spiritually jumping out of the Attack on Titan timeline, and they're now in a place where time and death does not exist. Therefore, whatever they do there might seem like forever, but in the real world is in the blink of an eye. Now, when Eren gets to the Titan paths, and knowing that he is the founding Titan, when Eren looks at the Titan paths tree, Eren should be able to see every path that every Titan shifter will take or has taken, and at that point in time, including his and Ymir. Knowing that the founding Titan has the power to manipulate memories, take away memories, or even add memories, and influence Titan shifters, which is what Ymir does to Eren. Just imagine what Eren can do. And the only way to imagine what Eren can do is to look at what the first King of the Walls did. The first King of the Walls created a vow to never renounce war. Therefore, every royal family member who would obtain the founding Titan would go from having the freedom to think however they want to think to now thinking the way how the first King of the Walls thought, which is to create a temporary peace and to not do anything about the power of the Titans, and to one day allow Paradise Island to be destroyed by the outside world. They would go from preaching one thing to preaching the total opposite, which would make it easy to realize that they was being controlled. Kenny had realized that about Yuri Reese, and then he also seen the same thing happen to Ra Reese's daughter, Freda Reese. Now, saying all of that, don't you think that Eren Jeager and Ymir Fritz have the power to do the same thing that the first King of the Walls did? Now, what if Eren did do something like the first King of the Walls did? And this whole time, the reason why the Attack Titan fights for freedom is all because of Eren influencing the Attack Titan shifters to fight for freedom, which is what we see him do to his father. Now, the thing is that if that was the case, then that means that the reason that every Attack Titan shifter has fought for freedom is not only because of them already having the mindset to fight for freedom before getting the power of the Attack Titan. Just looking at Eren, Kruger and Grisha and Eren Jeager himself, they all already had the mindset to fight for freedom before getting the power. But after getting the power of the Attack Titan, then they would be influenced to fight for the freedom that Eren wants, which is what we see Eren do to his own father. If he could do that shit to his father, then that means that Eren can easily do that shit to any Attack Titan shifter that comes before him and his father. Just like how Eren Jeager influenced Eren Kruger to say to Grisha to save Mikasa and Armin. And he did all that by just being inside the Titan paths and being the founding Titan. Now, if I'm right about Eren influencing the Attack Titans to fight for the freedom that he wants, or Ymir controlling Eren or using Eren to influence all the Attack Titans to fight for the freedom that she wants, the influence that they have over the Attack Titans is way different from the influence that the first King of the Walls had over the Royals. Like I said earlier in the video, before getting the founding Titan, they talk about how they want to stop the Titans and how they want to free their people from being eaten by Titans. But then once they get the power of the founder, they go from wanting to do all that to now doing what the first King of the Walls did. But it's different with the Attack Titan. Every Attack Titan holder already wanted to fight for freedom before getting the power, and even more once they did get the power, which does not only make it harder to spot that they are being controlled. Just looking at Grisha never gave off that vibe that he was being controlled. But then as the story progressed, we learned that Grisha Jeager is basically Eren Jeager's bitch, to be honest. And the same thing goes for Eren Jeager himself. Eren Jeager never gave off the vibe that he was being controlled. He gave off the vibe that he was the one in control of everything, and that everything that he was doing was going according to his plan. But then as the story progressed, we later on learned that he's basically Ymir's bitch, and the freedom that he was fighting for, or the freedom that he was being shown, was the freedom of Ymir, and for some reason, a temporary freedom for Paradise Island, which is what they already had in the first place. I still can't believe Isayama did that shit, like for real. But what make Eren Jeager and the Attack Titan shifters so unique is that even though they are being controlled to fight for this particular freedom, they still feel free for some reason while being controlled to fight for this particular freedom. And it's all because they all had the same goal even before they got the power of the Attack Titan, which make it easier to influence them. For an example, say that I'm this rich ass motherfucker, right? And you are a person who wants to make money and provide for your family. You don't have any money, but you want to make money. So me being this rich ass motherfucker, I lay out a path for you to make a lot of money. I show you that you have to do this, that, and this in order for you to make a lot of money. You not having any money and you wanting to have money to provide for your family, you're going to obviously want to go the path that I just laid out for you. And it's the same thing for Eren and the rest of the Attack Titans. Knowing that Eren is the first Attack Titan who did not only get to the Titan paths, but have full access to the power of the Founding Titan. And he's not brainwashed by the first king's ideology to never renounce war. Therefore, Eren can do whatever the fuck he wants, as long as it leads to the freedom of Ymir. Knowing that the Founding Titan can manipulate, take away, or even add memories, which is what he does to Eren Kruger. Eren Kruger said Mikasa and Armin's names with confidence as if he knew them, like he actually fucking knew them. And it's all because of Eren motherfucking Jeager. Knowing that the Attack Titan can see into the future, Eren should have the power to literally control what they can fucking see. Which is why Grisha had asked Eren if Carla's okay. Motherfucker, if you can see into the future, you should know that that bitch is fucking dead. But Eren was keeping that from him. That's a lot of control that Eren has. And I'm gonna say this again. If Eren can do that to his own father, that means that nobody is fucking safe. Nobody is fucking... Therefore, Eren should have the power to literally control or influence every Attack Titan shifter before him. By just being the Founding Titan and just being inside the Titan path. By just being inside Grisha's past memories, Eren was able to control when Grisha was able to see him and when Grisha was able to see Zeke. That's a lot of power that Eren has to be able to control what a motherfucker can see. And he was doing that without even lifting a finger. So like, imagine what the fuck he can do. Like, Eren should be able to influence what every Attack Titan shifter does. He's telling them or influencing them to do this, that, and that. And it's going to lead them to the next Attack Titan shifter. And then he will do the same thing, and it's going to lead them to the next Attack Titan shifter. And then eventually, the power of the Attack Titan is going to end up in Eren Jeager's hands. And then the thing about it is that Eren Jeager's life is already set up. Because if it wasn't set up, then he wouldn't even be inside the Titan paths. This is exactly what the fuck Zeke said. When Zeke had realized that Grisha was not taking the power, Zeke was asking himself if the past was changing. But that couldn't be possible because they wouldn't be inside the Titan paths, or let alone be inside Grisha's memories, if Grisha does not take the power at this moment. So what the fuck is going on? But what Zeke was actually seeing was that moment before it was influenced. Knowing that Eren Jeager himself have to physically be there to influence Grisha to take the power and give the power to him, how did Eren get the power in the first place to be put in the position to make sure that he gets the power? And everything falls back on Ymir motherfucking Fritz. She is the one that set all this shit up. Which is why Eren said to Ymir that she is the one that put him on this path. Everything that happened ended up being what Ymir wanted. For some odd reason, she wants to see if somebody could free themselves from that agony of loving someone by killing the person that they're in love with. And she chose Mikasa. So Ymir set everything up for Eren the first go around. And when Eren get to the Titan paths, now he's in the position to make sure that everything that had happened happens again, because he now wants it to happen. And the reason why he wants all this shit to happen again is because of the things that he went through by walking down the path that Ymir had laid out for him. And the shit that he now wanted to happen ended up being the shit that had to happen. Like his mother getting killed. That has to fucking happen. And that is why Eren says to Zeke that because of you, I now have this path. If Eren had to set this shit all up, and if Ymir had to set Eren up the first go around for him to get the power, then that means that everything that Eren had went through was not supposed to happen, and everything that he went through was set the fuck up. Like, this shit's crazy. Now, I had to explain all of that because the shit that I'm about to say after this, it's going to make a lot more fucking sense. And keep in mind that everything that I'm about to say about Ymir and Eren influencing and changing the story of Attack on Titan keep in mind that this shit is not supposed to happen, because if you need to influence something or manipulate a moment, then that means that the shit that you're manipulating that moment into is not supposed to fucking happen. Like Eren getting the power. He most likely was not supposed to get the power. And if Eren had to be set up to get the power, then what do that mean for the previous Attack Titans before him? Think about it. And when you're thinking about that, keep in mind that Eren had to set himself up to get the power. Then I'm pretty sure that means that every Attack Titan before him had to be set up as well. Now, some of the shit that I'm going to say after this is going to sound like me theorizing, but to be honest, Attack on Titan wouldn't even feel like Attack on Titan if you wasn't theorizing a little bit, you know? But a lot of the shit that I'm going to say is me doing what I do best, and that is putting two and two together and connecting the ending of Attack on Titan to the beginning and making everything make fucking sense, right? Now, I'm going to go in chronological order, and I'm going to start with the parasite. Now, in one of my last videos, I had made a theory explaining how Isayama used Eren's death to further explain the origin of the Titan. Knowing that in chapter 139, we didn't get to see what happens to the parasite. Therefore, the door is open for us to theorize about what happened to the parasite all day motherfucking long. Knowing that the power of the Titan still linger around inside Eren's head, and that Mikasa had to physically bury Eren's head under his tree. And over time, his tree was absorbing his Titan powers to grow to resemble Ymir's tree, and that the power of the Titans lay dormant inside. And basically, Eren's head is now the new parasite reincarnated. I want to believe that the same thing happened to the original parasite that was under Ymir's tree. Somebody had to physically bury that parasite under that tree, maybe 50 to 100 years before Ymir is even born, so that it can grow to look like how Ymir's tree looked when she came in contact with it. Who else could have done that than Eren motherfucking Jeager, who is not only still alive, but who is now the founder of the pact. And knowing that Ymir was controlling Eren, and that she is now free and gone, Eren is now free from the influence that Ymir had on him. Meaning that Eren is free to do whatever the fuck he now wants. And he's now free to create another path, which would be the anime, but who the fuck knows? Isayama's not smart like us, so I doubt that Isayama would be thinking that far ahead. But if he did indeed think that far ahead, then that motherfucker's a genius. But anyway, if Eren did bury that parasite under Ymir's tree, then that means that Eren didn't only set himself up to get the power, but he also set Ymir up to get the power. And it's crazy to think about, because it's like Ymir set Eren up the first time, and then Eren set himself up the second time, and then he ended up being the one who set Ymir up. Like, that shit's crazy to think about. And I can't be looking too far deep into it, but you can't lie, the shit makes sense. Now, the second thing that Eren has influenced in the story of Attack on Titan is the conversation that Eren, Kruger, and Grisha has. Now, Eren Kruger explains Grisha his mission. Then Eren Kruger goes to tell Grisha to build a family. Then Grisha goes to say, what is the point of you even telling me all of this if I'm going to forget it all once I'm transformed? But Eren Kruger goes to say that that's not always the case, and that it's possible that somebody else will see this conversation. Eren Kruger saying that shows us that he knows that the Attack Titan can see into the future. So he knows that as soon as Grisha turned back into a human from turning into a Titan, he knows that Grisha will not only remember that conversation, but he also knows that Grisha will know exactly what the fuck to do, because he will now have access to Eren Jeager's future memories. So therefore, he will know that he's a Titan shifter. He will know how to transform into a Titan. He will know that he has to travel by night to avoid being attacked by the Titans while he's on the way to the wall. And he got all that information from Eren Jeager's future memories. And Grisha remembered everything from his past because Eren Jeager, or teenage Eren, had already relived Grisha's memories by reading the books that Grisha creates in the fucking future. So Eren Jeager getting to the basement and reading those books that Grisha had created didn't only benefit him to unlock Grisha's memories, but it also benefited Grisha himself, so that he could remember not only his conversation, but remember his life and all that other shit, so that he could create the fucking books. That shit's crazy. But then adult Eren, who is in the Titan path, goes to influence Eren Kruger to warn Grisha that he has to love somebody inside the walls, because if he don't, then everything will fucking repeat. Then he goes to say that Grisha has to see his mission through in order to save Mikasa and Arm. Now, knowing that teenage Eren is reliving Grisha's past memories, and he's watching Eren Kruger and Grisha's conversation, that means that adult Eren that's in the Titan paths isn't just influencing Eren Kruger to warn Grisha to save Armin and Mikasa, but he's also influencing Eren Kruger to warn teenage Eren to see his mission mission through in order to save Mikasa and Armin. That shit's fucking crazy. Now, the third thing that Eren has influenced in the story of Attack on Titan is Kid Eren waking up under the tree. Now, this can mean so many things. Knowing that Eren gets reincarnated into a different timeline and then he gets hit by a bus and shit like that, all that being canon, and then Eren having future memories of seeing nerdy Armin and Goth Mikasa ask him how he liked the movie and shit like that, all of that being canon, Kid Eren waking up under the tree can be him being reincarnated. Now, Isayama get all this reincarnation shit from Norse mythology, right? Now, I don't know too much about the shit, so don't really quote me on this, but I read somewhere where it said that Odin basically killed himself by hanging himself on a tree that had the same opening that Ymir tree has and the same opening that Eren's tree ends up having, and that the tree ends up bringing him back to life. And knowing what happens in chapter 139 with Eren's head being buried under the same tree that he wakes up under, all of this shit makes a lot of sense, right? So Eren waking up to Mikasa saying see you later, which comes from the dream that Eren had created in chapter 138 of him and Mikasa living out his last 4 years. And when she says see you later to the Eren that's in that dream, at the same time she's killing the real Eren that's inside the Titan mouth. And Kid Eren was able to see all of it. Mikasa saying see you later, and Mikasa also killing him by cutting his fucking head off. So you can kind of say that it's future Eren sending his memories back, or you can call it reincarnation, which also kind of means that it's a fucking time loop. And if it is indeed a time loop or not, it's up to the fans to decide. So if you think it's a time loop, then it's a fucking time loop. But if you don't think that it's a time loop, then it's not a fucking time loop. Now, with adult Eren sending his memories back to Kid Eren of Mikasa saying see you later and Mikasa killing him, then why does Kid Eren wake up not remembering what he had saw and why he was crying, right? Knowing that he is a regular Eldian and that he's not a time shifter, he should be able to remember all of it and not have any fucking drawback. Now, the reason why Kid Eren could not remember the future that was shown to him by his adult self is because adult Eren did the same thing that he did to Armin in chapter 139 to Kid Eren. In chapter 139, Armin and Eren have a full-blown conversation inside the paths, right? Now, after their conversation, Eren then says that he will lock these memories of them having a conversation away, and that Armin will only be able to remember once he becomes a regular fucking Eldian. So, if that is the case, then why don't Kid Eren remember seeing the future? And it's because after adult Eren shared his memories with his kid self, which seemed like future memories to Kid Eren, or you can call it reincarnation. But once he shared those memories with his kid self, he then used the power of the Founding Titan to lock those memories away and did not allow his kid self to access those memories. The reason why I know for a fact that those memories are still there and they're just locked away from Kid Eren is because if they wasn't there, then that means that Grisha can't get to the wall. If they wasn't there, then that means that Grisha doesn't remember that he's a Titan shifter or remember the conversation that him and Eren Kruger even had. You see how all that shit lines the fuck up? So therefore, I know for a fact that Kid Eren still has those future memories inside of his head. He just can't fucking see them. Because adult Eren, who's inside the fucking Titan paths and have full access to the power of the Founder and the Attack Titan and the Warhammer Titan and shit like that, adult Eren used the power of the Founding Titan to lock those memories away after sharing those memories with his kid self. That shit's fucking crazy. And the only way that Eren would be able to see the future that he had seen is to reach the basement and read the books that Grisha had left for him. These books that Grisha had left for him will seem like a key to Eren, and he will use these books to unlock all of Grisha's memories. So when he kisses Historia's hand and gains a little bit of access to the power of the Founding Titan, he can look deep into Grisha's memories and see Grisha looking into Eren Jeager's future memory. And there you go. Eren now remembers the future that his adult self had shared with him. Just like fucking that. But the thing is that knowing that adult Eren was manipulating and allowing Grisha to see whatever he wanted him to see, and knowing that teenage Eren had to look into Grisha's memories and see Grisha looking into adult Eren's future memories, it could be possible that the future that Eren had seen was also being manipulated as well. Eren was hiding shit from Grisha and not allowing him to see if Carla was okay or not. And then he showed Grisha what happens next, which is the fucking rumbling, which obviously made Grisha tell Zeke to stop Eren and shit like that. So it could be possible that adult Eren is basically hiding shit from his own fucking self too. Just like how he did to Grisha. That's just crazy how much power and control Eren has, and Isayama made this motherfucker die on purpose. Like, Isayama, what the fuck is you doing? Like, what the fuck is you doing? Now, the fourth thing that Eren had influenced in the story of Attack on Titan is Eren finding Mikasa after she was kidnapped. Now, this is a moment that doesn't really get talked about. And it's a moment that you wouldn't even realize that was being influenced, right? Now, at this point in time, I want to say that Eren only met Mikasa maybe twice, 3 times before you pushing it, right? He barely knew this bitch. So it's no way in hell he would know where to find this bitch. Now, after Grisha and Eren realize that Mikasa has been taken, Grisha starts to talk to Eren. But the way how Eren looks when Grisha is talking to him, it looks like Eren is daydreaming. Right? Now, this is the same look that Armin did in chapter 139 when he had his memories taken away from him. So I want to believe that it's the opposite in this situation. Instead of having his memories taken away from him, Eren, or Kid Eren, was being given memories of where to find Mikasa. And then we all know what happens after that. He tells Mikasa to fight, and doing that gives her a new reason to live. She listens to the orders, she activates her Akuma instinct, she becomes stronger. He wraps the scarf around her, and she falls in love with Eren. And all that shit was set up by adult Eren inside the past. Or you could say that Ymir set that shit up, because knowing that she wants to see if Mikasa could later on kill Eren and free herself from her agony for loving him and shit like that, it could have been Ymir who influenced that whole fucking moment. But knowing that adult Eren is there watching Kid Eren save Mikasa with his brother and shit inside the Titan Paths, it could have been Eren as well. Now, the fifth thing that Eren has influenced in the story of Attack on Titan is his mother's death. So Eren has future memories of seeing Bertolt from Dina's perspective. That means that Eren was in control of the bitch. Or it could have been Ymir influencing Eren to kill his mother. So Eren used the power of the Titans to change Dina's attention from Bertolt to Eren's house, and I guess Eren let Dina do the rest. But either way you see it, Dina still did some out of the ordinary shit because she killed Carla and then ate her. So maybe Eren didn't really want his mother to be eaten alive, so he had Dina kill her and then eat her. And Eren killing his mother had to happen, because if Dina would have ate Bertolt, then Dina would have been the first female Colossal Titan, and knowing that she is royal blood, she would be able to access all of the Colossal Titan's memories. So she would have known that she was a Titan shifter, and she would have been able to do exactly what the fuck Z can do, which is to use her spinal fluid to transform Eldians into Titans and control them. We most definitely would have been seeing a whole entire different story, and I want to believe that Carla wouldn't even have died. Now, the next moment that Eren has influence in the story of Attack on Titan is Eren saving Mikasa and Armin from cannon fire. Now, keep in mind, at this point in time, Eren doesn't know shit. He don't even remember ever being a Titan. So Mikasa, Armin, and Eren get ready to have cannon fire shot at them. Mikasa goes to pick up Eren, and he sees the fucking key. Now, the key activates a bunch of memories, and the memories that he see is his father giving him the power and telling him that he has to control this power in order to save Mikasa, Armin, and everybody's life. Now, you telling me that just off of those memories alone, Eren goes from denying that he is a Titan to knowing that he is a Titan and know exactly how to transform into a Titan by inflicting damage on himself. And just like I said, keep in mind that at this point in time, Eren doesn't know shit about Titan, and he only transformed one time before this moment, right? And you mean to tell me that a person that didn't know that he was a Titan, who transformed one time, has enough control to partially transform so that he can stop the cannon fire, but also not kill Mikasa and Armin? If you look at Falco and how he killed his brother was hugging him when he transformed. Eren was hugging Mikasa and Armin at that moment that he transformed. Don't you think that Mikasa and Armin were supposed to die too, but they didn't? It's because Eren, for some reason, who was just denying the fact that he was a Titan, has enough control over his power to partially transform, just enough to stop the cannon fire, but also not to kill Mikasa and Armin. And then after Eren had saved Mikasa and Armin, he then questioned where the fuck his father is. Like, okay, you know that you can transform into a Titan, you know how to, and then you have enough control to partially transform, but you don't know that you ate your father. Like, it's some type of memory manipulation somewhere at some fucking point. Like, you can't tell me that Eren got all that information just off of one memory of his father sticking him with a fucking needle. I believe that Eren, at that point in time, had seen a lot more than what the fuck was shown on camera. Just like when Eren had kissed Historia's hand. The memory that was shown on camera was a memory that we already fucking seen. But we know damn well that Eren seen way more than what the fuck was being shown. And I feel like the same thing happened at that moment too. I feel like Eren has seen a lot more than what the fuck he was supposed to see. And he went from not remembering that he was a Titan to knowing that he was a Titan and knowing exactly how to transform into one. Like, it has to be some type of memory manipulation right there. It has to be. Now, the next moment that Eren had influenced in the story of Attack on Titan is Eren touching Dina and being able to control Titans, right? Now, this is another moment that you wouldn't even have realized that was being influenced. Now, knowing that Eren used the power of the Founding Titan to make Dina go past Bertolt and go toward his house to kill his mother, I'm pretty sure Dina popping out of nowhere just like how she did the first time, coming out of nowhere is not a coincidence. I'm pretty sure that the reason why Dina pops up out of nowhere in season 2 is because of adult Eren controlling her, right? So I'm pretty sure that adult Eren was basically directing Dina toward teenage Eren and Mikasa at that point. And then we all know that Hannes pops out of nowhere and then Dina kills him, right? Now, after Dina killed Hannes, she sits right in front of Eren and Mikasa and allows them to have a full-blown fucking conversation. Then she allowed Eren to fully heal his hand. And only when Eren is ready to punch her hand is when she reaches out her hand. But she does not go to grab him like she did with motherfucking Hannes. She just puts out her hand just so that Eren can punch her hand and gain access to the power of the Founding Titan, so that he can save his friends by controlling the other Titans to eat Dina. I'm telling you, that bitch was being controlled. Pause this video right now and go watch that very moment and just pay attention to Dina. I'm trying to tell you, that bitch was just sitting there smiling, man. That shit creepy as fuck. And the bitch just sitting there smiling. Now, the last moment that I knew of that Eren had influenced the story of Attack on Titan is Falco's memories. Literally the first episode of season 4. Knowing that Eren uses the power of the Titans, most likely the Founding Titan, to control birds, to send memories, take away memories, or manipulate memories, or even add memories. The bird that Falco was reaching out to just happened to be the bird that Eren was controlling at that time. And I'm guessing that he shared Ymir memories, the freckle face one, with Falco to foreshadow that he was going to become a Titan, I guess. We all thought that it was going to be something bigger because his dream had got added on in the anime, but it ended up being nothing because he changed the ending. But that is all the times that I know that Eren had influenced the story of Attack on Titan. Like I said earlier in the video, Eren is unstoppable by just being inside the Titan paths. And for him to just die on purpose doesn't really make a lot of fucking sense. And just like how I said in my last videos, it's a lot of fucking proof that the anime will have its own original ending. But at this point, I don't really fucking know because Isayama changes his mind every fucking Monday. But I do expect the anime to have some changes. But I'm not getting my hopes up for an anime original ending. I'm just not going to do that to myself. I did that shit for the manga and I got fucked over. I didn't even want to do the review for chapter 139. I said fuck it. I said fuck this shit. So I will not be doing that shit to myself again. But this is the end of the video, man. You ain't gotta like, you ain't gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new. And I am out, bruh.